Hello, I'm Scott, the breathing guy. I will train you to locate, generate, activate core key energy in physical activity. This video series is driver swing mechanics with key energy. This is lesson 1. This is stage 2, how to bring the club down to the ball. This is how to initiate. We set up, stage 1 is the setup, take the club up. That sets up every way to initiate the downswing and bring the club to the ball. The grip, the footwork, the hip turn, the back and shoulders being hard and soft, right and left, all comes into play here to bring down. Especially the right elbow comes really into focus. Why do you want an open stance? I mean, not open stance, a closed stance for your driver swing. And it's a very wide. So let me explain. Let's get in the grip and take the club back and soften your shoulders. So feet apart, tip hips, inhale, tighten glutes. You can exhale from here, but keep the little tension here. Inhale, and then bring it here, tilt. Okay, put your feet apart, turn your foot 22 degrees, tilt, bend at the hip flexors here, drop knees. Okay, waggle. Look at my wrist. See, my wrist is taken back. And the whole goal, if you really soften that right shoulder, it takes a lot, believe me. You take it. But once you inculcate it or bring it into your whole body, your mind, your body, and your attitude generator, it comes natural. It won't take much. But at the beginning, you might have to do 25, 50 to soften your body, feel the connections, feel all the new sensation. Remember, turn ankle in here, create the tension so your hips don't move. You don't want your hips to move in the beginning. Only the club head. And the more you can get the club head to move up, then hands, soften shoulders. This is an exercise. And keep your elbow straight. If you do this, too close. But if you do this, keep your elbows straight away from the body. It's natural. When you get here, now I'm going to turn my hips. How do I do that? Look at my left foot, and I literally bring my knee across. Then I can pull my shoulder more. Then I bring my foot up a little bit, and there. And then I let my thumb down, there. Now to bring down, release the big toe of my left, bring the heel down. So you get the shift. First part is the shift. By having an open stance, you see where my elbow is? The shift, the elbow goes in here. When you go like this, look at my left shoulder comes up. You want to hit the ball with that left shoulder and soften that right shoulder. By doing it this way, your wrist, having the elbow here, that's total predictability. So everything is up and shift in, and your hands go down. Then hips turn, that brings the club head face into the ball. And you can hold the leg better. Your leg can go way down because of this way of doing it. Instead of having right here, you can go, your shoulders are tipped at, the greater the left shoulder comes out or the right shoulder drops down. They have to do both. Because some people can raise the left shoulder up, but the left shoulder stays up. It's the tilt. The tilt, so it's, you're wrapping around, and it's like, oh, it's a natural having that elbow. And there's a pocket right here. So when you drive it into this one area of the hip, not to here, not to here, but here. That way, whatever the hip does, turning, you can amplify the turning of the hand into the ball. That's the whole idea of the downswing. Getting that hip to bring the club head face. To start it, to get the rotation of the shoulders down, the angle of the shoulders has to be where this is up, this is down, this is still firm, this is soft. And coming in here, that makes control, predictability, hand. Then you go into figure ergonomics on that one. But it's very critical from the dress standpoint and the foot angle. A lot of people, that they do is here, they go like this. See, my knee goes forward. It's 30 degrees. First, you don't even move. Soften down so you just turn your shoulders more and more back. Look how far I can. 2, you want to bring it up. So the more you hand out like this, from your, see how my elbow never has to go in my side, goes straight up naturally. If you're too close, it's going to go like that. By having it out naturally, you're just going across your body. That's creating your swing mechanics so everything flows with the minimum amount of altercation of directional force. You develop your skeletal frame, your muscle frame, attitude generator force to swing to feel. That is the key of how this all comes together on a swing mechanic basis using core breathing. Now on the breathing side, inhale tight, you hold the tension in your core, you're not inhaling, you're pausing the breath, soften your shoulder, like that. And when you come down to here, now you start exhaling. You pull your core in and let you release the energy. As soon as you start to grip through, that's when you release your breath. You start exhaling. That will accelerate the hip, the hand turning and everything done if you how you pull the belly button in. You push the belly button out, you hold it, and at the right timing, you exhale. And you can exhale out your mouth. Like it'll release you through. Understanding how to use the core breathing within this whole activity stabilizes the hip, softens the shoulders, and gets you to amplify the hand action at the point of striking the ball at the same time. It sounds simple, but the amount of tension you can hold in your coil in the lower body and leg by not having your foot go out. If you do this, taking the club back anyway, and you get up here, you have no leg real force, turning force. You have to create it afterwards. You almost have to turn your ankle in so you have anything directional. Always remember, keep your foot 90 degrees. Do not turn it out, do not turn it in, but keep it straight 90. There's a reason for that, because of the shift. Because when you come up like this and you shift, look how my foot is. And then my heel turns to bring my knee across. The heel is the key. How you direct that heel really affects the shift and turning the hips on that. So it's the footwork driving the shaping, if you want to driving the hips that you shape and you direct it. So you're steering the hips, but the force comes from the foot itself. But that's the downswing. It's the dealing with the physical tension, and how you start it is release the big toe. You're pressing the big toe up here, and then you release that so you can heel drop. You hip, that makes a shift. That makes a snap shift. Your heel comes up like this, and then pivot through. This is a key part of the downswing. This is driver swing mechanics. This is lesson 1. Stage 2, which is the downswing, bring the club. Be sure the butt is always aimed for the deal. And if you have the angle, the butt's aimed for the ball. That's it. And if you do that with the shoulder up, your lag time, your time before you have to do the crossover turn, can really be a lot shorter. You can bring more force. You can bring the snap better naturally. If you have your elbow away from the body doing this, you have a chance of floating, doing this and that. That's what you don't want. That's not a strong swing mechanics to me. If you naturally get to that pocket, it's connected to your skeletal frame, your whole body, it's control. It's easier, and you can amplify the hands. If the elbow is away from the body, it's all about, makes the hands weaker. That's how I contend. You cannot bring the snap as strong, because if you try to overdo it, it's going to move the elbow out of place, which is going to shift the club face. So if you come down like this, club face there, and your elbow goes out, it closes the face. So if you try to snap too hard and that elbow goes out at the wrong time, you're going to hit it with a closed face. So it's going to go to the left. This way, if you come down and you drive it here and you angle, everything's angle. Look at Ben Hogan's book, 5 Lessons. Look how he has his shoulders in it. Like this. The club face cannot turn out. It is not possible. So you're not going to you'll get virtually a perfect shot every time. If you set it up right, club face is right, there's no reason to. So this is driver swing mechanics. This is lesson 1. This is stage 2, bringing the club down.